Maurice Massini goes back-to-back pole positions after the one at Sydney Motorsport Park. He'll join James Abella on the front row, Brendan Pingle and Adrian Flack on row 2, Tony Quinn and Damien Flack on the third row, Walsh and Ubergang on the next row, Trent Young and James Duckworth in that traditional 10th starting position on row number 5. Over the pace to Miles Bond, getting better and better at each round, Darren Chamberlain. Jon McCorkindale makes an appearance this weekend with Mark Griffith. Sam Milton down in 16th, down to Ken Quinn and Brendan Tucker on row 10. 3 cars locked into position, waiting for the green flag at the back. The first race of the weekend here. It's round 5 of this year's Aussie Racing Car Super Series. We're off to Phillip Island next and then Sydney Olympic Park for the final round in December. Revs are up, waiting for the lights to go out. Abella and Massini set for a start here at Mt Panorama. Long hold. And this time we're away, and it's a bad start for Abella, who's crabbing that car away. I put the kiss of death on him straight away, Brad.
He's in trouble, and you see the curvature of the road there. Those guys down the back struggle to see where the lights are, but you did put the kiss of death on him. I did. He looks like he's just gotten away now.
He's going to have a lot of work to do from the back of this field, but this will spice up the action. He's about 100 metres behind the rest of the field, but Maurice Massini will lead this angry pack of Aussie racing cars up Mountain Straight for the first time, and they're already into it. 3 wide on the run. Uh-oh. Chamberlain thought about it. It's only lap 1.
Yeah, it's lap 1 and they're 3 wide into turn 2. They're like a swarm of angry bees, aren't they? They sound fantastic.
They climbed the top of the shelf the first time by. 7 laps, so you've got to settle in, but try telling race car drivers that.
And that's very true. You know, you want to get your brakes up to temperature, your tyres, we spoke about earlier, the same thing, but you don't want anyone to pass you, so you're trying to get everything going, get yourself warmed up, but not let anyone pass. Then this is a great opportunity to attack if you're feeling pretty comfortable in the car.
It's almost like who's the bravest on the tyres first lap, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It really is. And you know, when you want to stop the car at the end of one of these straights, you know, tyres quite aren't to temperature, the brakes aren't quite up to temperature, easy to lock a wheel. So it's also a good opportunity to make some ground.
So Massini leads us down through Skyline into the Dipper for the first of 7 laps around Mt Panorama today. Adrian Flack right on the tail. Then it's Brendan Pingle, Mr. Consistency this year in the 29 yellow, white and black entry, back in 3rd position. Then Damien Flack and Adam Ubergang, the big mover, up 3 positions already on the first lap. Sam Milton, who won a race up here last year, son of Chris Milton, a very popular engine builder in South Australia. He leads the pack down there, just outside the top 10 in 13th position. This is Slipstream City for Aussie Racing Cars down this long Conrod Straight.
And you see they've got that little tiny wing on the back of it, but it really doesn't do much. So these cars can slipstream really well. Look at this.
It's pretty hairy for the first lap. To Griffins.
Whoa.
He's probably overdriving the car a bit now, isn't he?
Well, man, he's doing a great job though. He's determined to get back onto Massini's back bumper and give him a run for his money. 5 laps to go, so there's plenty of time left.
Saw Woods going to the inside of Young down there. That was outside the top. Walsh leading this pack of 5 cars. Another battle pack here, including Duckworth, Stevenson, Griffith and Sam Milton. Add about another 6 cars into it. This takes you right back to nearly 17th position. To be a fastest laps early in the race there, Jon McCorkindale, 2 minutes 30.0 earlier on. So we come down to Forest Elbow. Milton being passed by Trent Young, that's for 12th position. Massini winning this one ahead of Brendan Pingle. Adrian Flack in 3rd. Damien Flack got to 4th in the end there. Ben Walsh, Darren Chamberlain, Adam Ubergang, Jon McCorkindale inside the top 10 as well. Tony Quinn and Trent Young completing the top 10 in race 1 of round 5 of the Aussie Racing Car Super.
It's Trent Young that will sit on the front row of the grid with Tony Quinn next to him in that little Mustang. McCorkindale, he's 2nd on the grid with Ubergang, Adam Ubergang. He's there in P4. Darren Chamberlain and Ben Walsh on row 3. And the brothers, Damien Flack and Adrian Flack on row 4. It's obviously Sydney Olympic Park being a street circuit, Bathurst here, the Gold Coast, those sorts of events, those sorts of circuits are always challenging for these drivers. They don't get a chance to really race on them or practice on them. They've got to turn up and get the job done. And a lot of these guys, it's their first time here at the mountain, and they get the opportunity. And I think every race car driver in this country just wants the chance to drive around this place fast. And in an Aussie race car, it's electrifying, let me tell you.
Last car's rolling into position. We'll wait for the green flag at the back. There is the man with the job at hand, like the guy in front of him, the Horsley Park gun shop number 54 of James Abella off the back. But it's Tony Quinn and Trent Young on the front row. We're away at Mt Panorama. We've got a car slow away towards the back, and Quinn has been left standing still here.
And Trent Young's got the jump there, and he's definitely got away nice and clean into turn 1 with 3 and 4 wide as we get through turn 1, nice and cleanly. And now they get that long run up to up Mountain Straight to Griffin's Bend.
What about the star from Ubergate? He's going to challenge for the lead here. And the side-by-side action starts on Mountain Straight. The view from Chamberlain's got a massive run here. Straight past Young. Will he go for the lead here? They're 3 and 4 wide. Close your eyes, Barks. This could go anywhere.
There's Ben Walsh in the middle of that as well. You've got Trent Young who's led onto Mountain Straight. That's what we talk about the toe battle. He defended a little and had to cover his line, and that's hurt his run up Mountain Straight, because now he's dropped back to 4th on board there. Bender Pringle, he's looking really good. Made a good couple of moves, and he's moved up through the field.
8th position, contact further back. Looks like Duckworth perhaps in the RDA breaks. Number 10 as they sweep through Reed Park for the first time. So Ubergate has got the lead here. Chamberlain, Walsh and Young. McCorkindale's up top 5 and contact at the top. That's 2 big moments that could have been catastrophic.
Right up into the braking area, down to the chase.
3 wins so far in the Aussie Racing Car Super Series, but Adam Ubergate, his last win was at Hidden Valley in race 1. It's only early days. Chamberlain will have the back of him. Walsh is 3rd, Young, then McCorkindale. Doing a great job this weekend. He's been racing Porsche GT3 Cup this year. They're angry on a Saturday morning, Bugs. They climb the mountain once again. Great start from Ubergate. He'll be hard to beat from this point.
Trent Young there dropping back a little off Walsh up Mountain Straight again, so suffering a little bit there. And there's Chamberlain now. Was that contact? He gave him a little bit of bump into the in the braking zone. Ubergate sideways into the braking area. Chamberlain right underneath him. So these guys are pushing hard early.
Bit of knock-knock, who's there? They climb to the cutting. Ubergate very experienced in improved production and over 2 litre racing. Made a step up into this category a couple of seasons back. Replay of the start. The car's a bit slow to get away further back in the field.
Certainly is dropping back from that lead group. He's now back to about 8th or 9th, even further back, but you can see Pingle there now has passed him as well. McCorkindale and Quinn side by side. McCorkindale having his first run in Aussie race cars, his first run at Bathurst, and now they go 3 wide at the end of Mountain Straight.
And they stay 3 wide. He'll get him past, so Flack coming back through the field. 5th position, gets ahead of McCorkindale. Here's Pingle side by side with Tony Quinn. Probably on the wrong side here.
Oh, this is not where you want to be on the outside of the cutting. He very smartly there, Pingle lets someone go. Ducks in behind Tony Quinn again, but on the throttle early up through the hill. You've got to keep that mid-corner speed up as you enter into the cuttings. It's such an important part of the run up the hill.
Walsh, that's what brought him back to the field. And now Walsh has got him lining up for a shot.
What's the one thing about Aussie race cars? They shrink them in terms of their size. They make them look smaller to scale. They're a great little car to race, but the curbs and the bumps, they're still at full scale. So
absolutely,
they affect the cars big time.
Battle for 3rd position now. Walsh, Flack, Damien Flack, and Adrian Flack, McCorkindale, Pingle. Massini's only got to 8th position here. Reverse top 10 race after winning race 1 yesterday. Now the slipstream of Conrod Straight. He's going to be careful not to keep weaving across. And you know what it's like there. You'll smack him on the hands.
Yeah, you can move once, but you can't just keep weaving across the race.
Oh, no! Big crash!
It's a massive accident.
Goodness me. Oh, it's gone over the fence.
And it's on fire as well. So obviously a bit of contact there in terms of the situation where we've had a bit of, that drafting, the car's going quick down the front straight. Bit of contact, and unfortunately at that speed it obviously creates a problem. So red flag's out. They'll pull that one up and get the field under control.
Going far too quick to be doing that kind of stuff. Just shows you how quick they're going, and red flag has come out.
So I think it was the 2 brothers that had that slight bit of contact, unfortunately, but it is not a pretty situation, unfortunately. But hopefully he's okay. He's had a big accident, a big rollover, and yeah, not a nice one to see.
So red flag has come out with 5 to go, and they're going to send them straight back in. The Zuber gang that led us around to the red with Chamberlain, senior Brendan Pingle. Now keep in mind, this is the finishing results from race number 1 early this weekend. Adrian Flack and Ben Walsh will start on the second row. Darren Chamberlain and Adam Ubergang on the next row. Jon McCorkindale looking very good here out of 7 with Tony Quinn, Trent Young and James Duckworth starting out on position number 10 on the 5th row. This guy is
young James Abella. He's obviously a very competitive young racer and put himself on the front row in qualifying. Did an amazing job. It was a real battle at the end of qualifying there, wasn't it? They had 4 cars dragging each other down the down Conrod Straight, and it really came down right at the end there, and it was James Abella on the front row. But as he took off, the car obviously had a bit of a drama, had to pull to the side, and obviously now is starting at the back of the grid. Now, they've had a chance this morning, but they've obviously gone back to the results. You know, that race this morning was cut short, so it was a non-result. And, of course, we've gone back to the finishing order of where we had race 1. So it's a bit of a different situation for Aussie race cars this weekend, but they're keen to get out there and race around this great circuit.
You can see off the racing line, very greasy conditions. In fact, the big cloud that was hanging over the top of the mountain before is pretty much above us here on Pit Straight, and a couple of customary cracks of thunder that rocked our commentary position here just a few moments ago. It could go anywhere. Over 7 laps around Mt Panorama.
Well, obviously typical Bathurst fashion. You've got a situation where the bottom of the circuit here is pretty much dry. You come up around the cutting area up the end of Mountain Straight, and it is very greasy. Green flag at the back, so here we go.
Final race of the weekend. It's lights out here at Bathurst. Great start for Morris Massini. We've got cars slowly getting away from the back, but it's side by side. Brendan Pingle and Massini. Chamberlain is in 3rd position. They're going to be so ginger with the throttle out of Xbox One corner, and the big run up Mountain Straight for lap 1.
Massini got the initial jump, but it's Pingle around the outside into turn 1 that has kept the momentum up and now is pulling away from Massini. Here's Chamberlain again. He's obviously now right in behind the toe there of Massini. Massini closing in on Pingle. Will he have a look? It's greasy up here. The track's wet. They're going to have a look at it for the first lap through, and we're going to make it through the first corner okay.
Some damp patches still up there at Griffin's Bend due to the fact you've got trees overhanging the course, but everybody's so far touching plenty of wood is safely through as they climb to the cutting on lap 1.
You're a bit of a pioneer in these conditions. You've had a look at the track. You can see there those wet patches. You're not really sure what the conditions like. You're arriving on a coldish tyre. You're not quite confident where to be, how hard to push. And somewhere at Bathurst like this, you just don't get an opportunity, a second chance. Once you make that commitment and you hit the slippery bit, it's gone. So these guys a little bit cautious at the moment.
Oh, no.
And there we go. We've got one upside down.
Sam Milton is involved in this one. Another crash on the exit of the cutting. Those guys are outside the top 10.
So you can see here that the field very much bunched up. Safety car out already. We're either going to call the safety car there or the red flag. So obviously pretty confident that the drivers are okay. They got the safety car board out. Pingle now slowing the field down. Yeah, and there's cars going everywhere a little bit, but the safety car's out, guys, to slow it all down. Medical cars there. They're very quick to get on the scene. Both drivers are out of the car, which is good to see. Darren Chamberlain there, we saw the speed his car's got in a straight line. You've got Walsh, you've got McCorkindale. You've got Flack in there as well, Trent Young. So this is going to be a 1-lap screamer. Settle in at home. This is going to be awesome. A 1-lap dash around Mt Panorama. Restart 1. The final race of the weekend of round 5 of the Aussie Racing Car Super Series. Massini looking for 2 race wins. He got pole position here for the second round in succession. The green flag is on, and so are the cars. We're out of here. Oh, McCorkindale got a jump around the outside. He's moved up a couple there. He's up beside Chamberlain. Pingle, he's in front. Massini's going to try and hang on. But McCorkindale and that's Scott Taylor.
Oh! No! Chamberlain went right when he should have gone left. And it drops him right out of it. There's another car involved. It might have gone down the escape road. But here's where it is. Pingle, McCorkindale to second now. Massini trying to push the draft up Mountain Straight.
Oh, Massini's looking up the inside there, and McCorkindale debut here at Bathurst this weekend. But Pingle's head on up the straight. He's going to stay in front. Massini up the inside of McCorkindale. They'll drag up to the car cutting, side by side. McCorkindale's not going to give that up. It's a three-car battle now for the lead of this last lap.
He's got the better line too. We slot it back in behind McCorkindale for now. Pingle, a car length lead. Personally, I don't think I'd like to be leading right now.
Oh, look, it's one of those things. You've got to put yourself in the position. There's contact going on everywhere. Do you want to lead onto the Conrod straight? Do you give it away and try and go for the toe? You've got to think about these things now in this situation.
Across the top of the mountain, it's a one-lap screamer. We've approached the time certain point.
So McCorkindale there in his debut this weekend, driving the Scott Taylor Motorsport Mustang. That car's only brand new, so to be here and never have raced at Bathurst, to be fighting for the lead in the last lap, how exciting for him. Being able to pull out and go down the outside. McCorkindale now coming on the back of Pingle, but will he hang on?
Side by side, through the chase they go. The respect is there. Down the inside goes the 42 machine. Trent Young is through, gets past the 88 of Chris Stevenson. The run down to the final turn is McCorkindale going to try here. Pingle is defensive. Final corner, slides the car across. Classic switchback here. But Pingle is going to hold on and takes the final race of the weekend in the Aussie Racing Car Super Series. It's still on for the minors though. And Quinn fights back. Brilliant stuff. We'll get him inside for fourth position. But Brendan Pingle, the spirit of Lockyer entry, that traditional hands out the windows, he's pumped. It was less than 0.2 of a second, Jason Bargwanna.
That was awesome stuff. I mean, obviously, it doesn't take long. All it takes is one lap to put on a good race. And they've had a bit of a tough weekend, but it's Pingle that's come out in front from McCorkindale and Massini. What a great battle for Aussie race cars this weekend. Stevenson, Griffith, Bond, Chaberis, Duckworth and Tucker round out the top 10.
Amazing finish. 0.2 of a second at the finish line. James Abella from the back got up to 11th, then Kent Quinn, Mark Tarrant, Adam Kasukio, then Alan Smith, Jeff Waters, Adam Ubergang only 17th, Craig Thompson back there in 20th. Over the page to Craig Thompson, John Reynolds, Robert Montby, Harley Haber, down to Darren Chamberlain. Unfortunately for Sam Milton and Craig Woods, their race came to an end before it started here. The final race of the weekend of the Aussie Racing Car Super Series at Mt Panorama.